Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 Japanese Tech Tree Medium, the STB-1. A vehicle that features so many good things going for it, like solid frontal armor, 11 degrees of gun depression, and over 3,000 damage per minute, with a decently accurate gun. When you add all these values together, it allows the STB-1 to be one of the most effective mediums on the battlefield. It's kind of like the Concept 1B, but turned into a medium. It also features a decent top speed of 53 kilometers per hour, so it can kind of get it all done. I would say it's very similar to the Patton's on the hull down capabilities. The difference is that it's a lot smaller, which is a problem for the Pattons. They're very tall, they got big hatches, and usually they get bullied quite easily. But the Pattons do have more DPM, so it's a bit of a trade-off here and there. I personally like the STB more, just due to the fact that it does feature that low slung profile, plus the tank just looks so nice. With PBR, I have to say the STB is by far one of the best looking tier 10s out there. So this game, up against us, what do we have? Well, a single medium, a Leopard 1. And on our side, we have me and a 907. So already, the enemy team's in a pretty big disadvantage, I'm not gonna lie. We're crossing wide, as you can see, and, well, we're gonna see if we can catch anybody off guard here. Let's cut across, let's see if we get spotted. No, doesn't look like we do. Okay, well, that's actually good news. Alright, we can see the Leopard has blind fired at us. Didn't really do anything, which is good news. And there you go. That's kind of what I was expecting. We got the 5A crossing in the open. Let's put on our adrenaline just in case this 5A keeps on going, which he did. Unfortunately, we were still not able to get the shell out. We also got the 183 off to the side. I'm pretty sure that one did end up penetrating. This is a really good spot here to hold if you want to get some early game shots onto your opponents. We got a nice shell into the E4, and at this point it's a little sus, I'm not going to lie, but we are fully hauled down to all the tanks that were to poke this 907. So if this E4 does try to push this 907, as you can see, we get one easy shell into his vehicle, and maybe we can get another one out. Come on. No, unfortunate, but we're holding the best we can, is the best way to word it here. Let's see, we do have that Leopard off to the side. There you go, nice 350 damage slap into that Leopard, not too bad at all. If he tries to shoot my teammate again, maybe we can get another shell out. There you go, just like that. That Leopard one is not enjoying life all too much anymore, let's be real. Maybe we can get a shell into that 183, it doesn't look like we can, but that's fine. We're going to finish off that enemy Leopard. Not really sure why that player put himself in that position, but that's fine with me because we were able to get the finishing shell off. Looks like the E4 doesn't really want to fight us, but I guess he really can't because he's dead at this point. So that's all pretty good news. Our 907 is still alive, and the 183 is not really a threat anymore. So we're going to get a nice tracking shell into the 5A. At this point, doesn't really matter if he pens us once, so we're just going to shoot him again in the lower plate. There you go, nice 360 damage. Something a lot of people don't know about the 5A is that it actually does feature pretty tricky lower plate armor. It's actually quite solid. It's not going to stop us from obviously buttering through him, but it is actually pretty troll armor. So at this point we are up to 3,400 damage. You can see where the gun, the rate of fire, and the overall hull down capabilities have allowed the STB to just be such a confident tank. It's one of the only single shot vehicles that can really make a pretty big impact in the battlefield while still also pretty easily dealing with autoloaders and, you know, anything else that would be a pretty big threat. So as you saw, we got a pretty nice shell into that Kron. He's going to keep on backing up. That thing does reverse very, very fast at 18, but that's not going to stop us from slamming a shell into the side of his tank for 311 and dealing over 4,000 damage this battle. So Type 71, not sure if he's going to kill the Kron. My guess is yeah, and there you go. So a pretty solid first game. As I said, the STB is just such a solid medium. It's basically a heavy tank that just went into a medium. It's super, super solid. So 4,053 damage dealt for our first game. Most likely not an ace. Yeah, second class. Really solid game, though. The great thing about the STB-1 is it's very hard to do bad in the tank on literally any map. I mean, the majority of maps in this game require at least a little bit of gun depression to work, but a lot of them can require a lot of gun depression. For example, Canal is one of the maps that if you have gun depression, you can work D-side really well, especially because of the way the hills are designed. So driving a vehicle like the STB-1 hull down can feel just immensely powerful, which is exactly what we're going to try and do here. Now, this game is pretty cringe, I'm not gonna lie. We have 4 mediums on our side, and the enemy team has 4 mediums as well. So this is going to be a complete medium-side brawl. Our T-100 was able to spot the Progetto crossing. Unfortunately, nobody else. We do have that Vickers all the way in the back, though, camping on the hill. We're going to aim it on that Vickers ourselves. Unfortunately, we just did not have the opportunity to get that shell in. Good job from that T-100 spotting, though. Pretty solid job, not going to lie. It's always very important to get spots for your team, and yeah, that player got some really good spots off. We also got the Prague in mid, not really sure what he's doing. We got the Vickers off to the side. Let's aim it on that Vickers. There you go. Heat shell right into the hull. I was actually expecting that to hit his turret and not necessarily the hull armor, but it worked either way. We got the Concept off to the side, who we bounced right on the flat. There is one downside, I will say, of the STB, and that is the gun is not incredibly accurate. Once again, another bounce right on the flat side of the Concept. There's not much you can really do about that. It's just the gun just isn't that accurate. It's a little unfortunate, but it does the job the most of the time. Now, we do have the Concept over here, which is going to be a really big pain in the butt, but we're going to go for another shell into that TVP. There you go. We also managed to damage his ammo rack with that shot, which is actually rather important, I'm not going to lie. So let's aim it on the rear of the STB. Nice 371 slap really quick into his hull, but oh boy, that Patton is now going to die, and we got the Concept on our side. Okay, then. Well, at this situation, the Prague is no longer really a threat, so Concept is trying to bail, it looks like, which is fine with me. He's also turned his turret to the side so we can get a free shot in. As long as we can hold here again using our gun depression, we should be completely fine. With 11 degrees of gun depression, we can very easily work just about any ridgeline with very minor problems here. We can see the enemy WZ is trying to push me. We get a nice shell in, and alright, I guess he just hits that. Very incredible luck from me there. We're going to go for one shell into the WZ, and then we're going to pretend we're going off to a side. We're going to side cut the other way, and just like that, we are now on the side of this WZ. It would be great if our team could kill that Concept, but I guess I'm going to have to be the one killing him here. Let's aim in. Oh, I guess that works. There you go. Just like that, another pretty solid game from the STB. As I said, the tank just gets the job done. The gun is, it's good enough to work the majority of situations, and the hull down armor is good enough to always get bounces. The mobility is great. We did 4,000 damage again this game. I didn't even realize we did that much until I looked at the marker, but it's just such a good tank. There's not a lot of games that you can play in the STB that you can't at least dictate a little bit of what's going to end up happening in the outcome. So I really like the vehicle. It's super strong, and I think these are 2 pretty good battles to showcase that. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.